Hey, welcome back. It's the NoPoint PODCast with Ron. If you're just joining, Chris is in the studio with me today.
Hey.
Hey, man, good to have you.
It's great to be here.
Yeah, so as always, we're going to be talking about current events and topical issues. And man, I've got a current event for you.
Oh, all right. Let's hear it.
All right, tell me if this has ever happened to you, Chris. I spent the other day just thinking about tummy sticks. And it was a pretty large chunk of time.
Right. Yeah, man, I can see you doing this, totally. A couple things. Well, actually, a few things. Couple being two, and I've got three. First of all, this is really more of a topical issue than a current event.
I'm going to say that that's debatable.
Nah, I don't see how. I mean, you pose this as a question. There's all kinds of meaningless context built into it. But, whatever. Number two, no. I haven't spent a day or a large chunk of time in a day, thinking about tummy sticks.
Really?
Yeah, man, I don't think most people have. But you know what? I don't judge you for it. However you want to spend your time, that's totally cool. And number three, and this is really the most compelling part of the whole thing. Ron, tell me, who were you daydreaming about?
All right. Well, I realize that this is going to require a little bit of explanation. But I was actually thinking about you.
What? Okay, yeah, man, hit me up with that explanation.
All right, and I'll get there. But before I do, I cannot let it pass. As far as a current event,
Oh, my God.
It just happened the other day. So I'm going to say that that is pretty current.
I'm going to grant you that. But really, I'm a lot more concerned about you laying around daydreaming about me and touching yourself.
All right, and that's understandable. But it's not like I was fantasizing about us bumping cocks all day. It was more of like a thought experiment. And I came to this conclusion that in a roundabout way, you and I have basically tummy sticked.
Okay, how's that possible, man? I'm pretty sure I'd remember it.
All right, well, tell me if you remember this. You and I have had sex with the same girl
Yeah?
in the same room.
Right. Actually, I think it was the same bed.
Right. I think so, too. And there was a pretty short period of time in between.
That's true. Okay, well, were you on top or bottom?
Dude, I was on bottom. She was riding me.
Man, I was on top.
Right, exactly. So if you could just somehow remove her from the situation, some people would say,
Holy shit.
by proxy,
Man, we tummy sticked.
we totally tummy stick.
Oh my God. I can't believe this is part of our story.
Yeah, man, it's beautiful.
It is beautiful. I can't believe we tummy sticked.
Dude, once again, it was by proxy.
That's semantics.
All right. Well, I thought about like the tummy sticking community as a whole, which once again, we're not members of.
Oh, we are by proxy.
All right, by proxy. Right. But in this community, like how do you think tummy sticks gets introduced within a relationship?
Well, I mean, I think it's got to be pretty early on, right? It's like,
Okay.
you get some unintentional zipper grazing.
All right. Sparks start to fly.
Yeah, and then, I don't know, maybe there's a goodbye hug that's like really hippie and way longer than it should be.
Right. And then it's like intentional grinding.
Yeah, it starts to heat up.
Right. And then like one magical night, the stars align and they just pull down their pants and it's an all-out sword swipe.
Man. Dude, we're describing an elaborate courtship.
Right. Or dance.
Yeah, a dance. Maybe like the dance of the tummy sticks.
Dance of the tummy sticks, man. That almost sounds like, I don't know, like a cut scene from Fantasia.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was. And like, I don't know. The real question is, like why? Was it too hot for TV?
I think it was probably like the opposite. Like Mickey and the broomstick. They just couldn't get the passion right.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that. I mean, I always kind of thought of Mickey as a bit of a dick, and like, I bet he's not very giving in bed. And that kind of thing's going to come through in the animation.
Right. Like, do you think there's top-bottom consideration? Like, would Mickey be a top or a bottom?
Oh, dude, come on. Mickey is a solid top. He's not taking it from anybody.
Right, but the broomstick couldn't be the bottom. Like, the sheer physics, it just wouldn't work.
Well, that's true. Well, I don't know then, man. Like, what happens when you got two tops?
Right, or even two bottoms. Like, I don't know. Do you think they compromise and just go side to side?
I don't know. That doesn't really seem comfortable. You'd have that weird arm position.
Right, yeah, that's true.
Maybe standing up.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about that.
Yeah, bang it out against the wall.
Right. Well, I'm sure all that would get worked out within the relationship. But what about like a one-night stand tummy stick? Do you think anybody goes in blind?
Oh, man, no way. No chance. I think all the people in the tummy sticking community have an incredible amount of self-respect and dignity. You know, they're not going to denigrate the majesty of Tommy sticks with something as shallow as a rub and run.
Right. Yeah, there's got to be passion. You're not going to get that in an R&R.
No, exactly. But not too much passion.
Right. What do you think happens when the passion's too much for one of the players?
Well, man, I can tell you what happens. When we Tommy sticked, I ended up playing around in your slop. You know, and I got to say, it wasn't that majestic.
All right. Once again, it was a thought experiment. It was by proxy.
Well, man, that's even less majestic.